Guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Raj, and this is the third part of the list in Python series. So today we'll talk about some more list concepts. So that will end the topic of list in this tutorial series with one topic left. So that we will have another separate video for it. So in the previous video we saw about adding a new item to a list or removing an item from the list. So today we'll see. First up, we'll see how to add two lists or append a new list with some other list. So uh, I think we have discussed about the addition operator. So this extend function is a functional a functional role of playing the same operation. So here in this extend we can pass a list. So let's say I have a list of 10, 20, 30, and I use this extend function, and I want to add, let's say, 40 and 50. And I can say that the 40 and 50 are added as an elements to the list. So basically we are combining these two lists and creating a new augmented list. So you can use this method. So if I don't use this extend, or if I just use the append method, so then it will happen, it will take this list as an object or as an item, and it will take it as a single element. So it will create a nested list which we might not want in the augmented list. So in order to get over this concept or get over this effect, we use the extend to add to list. You can use plus operator as well. So it is just for the convenience that they have created a method as well. So next up we have searching of an item in the list. So we can search the item or search the presence of an item using the membership operator, that is in, but it will only tell the value. It will only give the output as true or false. So it will just check if it is present or not. But let's say I want to check if what is the index of that item. So I can use the index method for it. So we have this list 1 2 3 44, and I want to get the index of the element 44. So I can use this a dot index method and give the item whatever I want the index of. So it will return the value of 3. So 3 is nothing but your index. So here the 44 is at the third index. So it will return 3. But there is one thing to remember here. If we pass an element which is not present in the list, so it will return an value error. So here I checked for 445, which is not present in the list. So it will give us an error of value. So it will give a value error. So make sure that you pass the object which is present only, so that then only we can get the index of it. So what we can do bypass this error, we can do one thing, that we can use the combination of membership and this index operator or the index method. So what we can do is I can check for 445 in A using the membership operator, and if that condition is true using if, then only I will print whatever the index of that element is. So here first of all I will check for the Boolean criteria, and if not, then I will use the else statement to print element is not present. So here, we are not getting any error. So we'll just bypass. If we have the element in the list, then we will present its index, or else we will just skip that. So I can check for 3. It will give me an error index of 2. So next up, we want to sort the items present in the list. So let's say we have a list something like this. So this is 6634 minus 500. This is an unsorted list. So let's say we have this list given as an input by the user. So I want to sort the elements and do some processing based on it. So For sorting, we have we have algorithms like bubble sort, merge sort, etc., etc. So we don't need to implement those algorithms. We have already Python has already implemented some of the algorithm in an optimized way. So we can directly use those methods or function. So we have two ways to do it. So first is the sort method of list. So we can use a dot sort, and we can pass uh, we can get the answer like this. So we are getting a sorted list by using this a dot sort. And similarly, we can use the sorted function as well. So a sorted function is no, not associated with just a list. It is a generic function, so we can pass another objects as well for sorting. So here we will get the same answer as above, but there is one small difference between between these two methods. Here the sort function is doing the sorting in place. So, and here the sorted method is doing the sorting, and it will return the sorted array. So in whenever we are using this sorted method, we have to store that sorted array to a variable in order to use or in order to get that effect. But in sort, we don't have to do anything. It will just sort it in place, and it will automatically change the elements of the list. Additionally, so this is nothing but your increasing order. Let's say I want to have the decreasing order of the sorted list or sorted item. So I can use this reverse parameter. I can pass this reverse parameter in the parenthesis with equals to true. So by default it is false. So if I pass a true value to this parameter, so it will reverse sort that so you can similarly pass the same parameter here as well in sorted function. So I can use this reverse true here as well. So it is just the same output with different functions. So next up, we have, let's say we have multiple occurrences of some elements in the list. So I want to count that occurrences of those items. So I can use this count function for that. Let's say I have this same list here. I use this same list and I want to check uh, how many instances of the value 6 are present in this list. I can use this count and it will return the value of 2. Let's say I change this array somehow with all the values as 6, and I can check now. So it is giving me the value of 6 because I have the element 6 times. So let's say I change it to 4, and let's see. So it is, yes, it is changing. So yes, we are counting the instances of 6. So the last topic of this video is nested lists. Nested lists. So earlier I told you about like list is the collection of or the group of objects. So the object can be a list as well. So we can have multiple lists in a list, or we can have a list in a nested form. So I can in mathematics we have 2 dimensions or 3-dimensional things. So we can we can create those 2-dimensional or 3-dimensional points or planes using Python. So by using this list, so let's say I want to I want to have a 2D plot of some points, then I can use this nested list for that purpose. So it is very easy to create a nested list. So let's say I want to create this matrix, which is 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7 8 9. So here there is 2 things to notice. One is this is your rows. These are your rows. This whole is a row, and this is your columns. So what we want is we will add 1 2 3 as a list, 4 5 6 as a list, and 7 8 9 as a list to a list. So this whole is a list. This whole object is a list, and then we have this sub list present over here. So what I can have is a matrix, a mat object as a list, and then we can add mat dot append in list as a 1 2 3 as a list. Similarly, we can add 4 5 6 and 7 8 9, and now I can view that mat object. So this is nothing but your the matrix that you wanted. So I appended 3 sub lists to the main list. It is having a representation like a matrix. So let's say I want to access one of this list. So I can use this the same way that we access an element. So if I access the 0th element of the matrix, so it will return a list which is 1 2 3. If I check for the second index or the 2 index, so it will return the list 7 8 9. So but we want to access, if you want to access a particular item of that sub list, so I have to give another index for that. So let's say I give the index 1, so it will return the value of 2. So essentially what Python is doing is, so it will first execute this bracket, this square bracket. So it will go to the second list or the second item of that list, second item, and then in the second item we want the first index of that second item. So it will decode based on that. So here also you can use the slicing operator as well. So it will return the first 2 elements of the sublist of the second sublist of the list matrix. So you can try out different permutations and combinations of indexes and nesting. You can go up to n level of nesting. It is possible in Python, and you can easily use the indexing methods correctly, and you can get the elements out of it. So that's it in this video, guys. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. Keep liking, keep sharing, and keep commenting on this video. This is Raj signing out.